This is probably the strangest of any account of Joseph Smith's first vision. Joseph recorded about his experience hosting a stranger calling himself Joshua, the Jewish minister, in 1835. Now, a few things about this stranger. First, his name wasn't Joshua, nor was he Jewish, nor was he a minister. Joseph slowly began to realize that this guest was actually a man named Robert Matthews, who was notorious and had been accused of murder, manslaughter, and a few other unpleasant things. Now, Robert Matthews was visiting the area and stayed with the prophet Joseph Smith and eventually confessed to Joseph who he really was. So this guy admitted that he was a suspected murderer, and they still didn't kick him out of the house right away. This is 19th century hospitality for you. Eventually, Joseph does kick him out of the house and accuses him of being possessed by an evil spirit, but not after having theological discussions with him for a couple of days. And that's how we get the second account of Joseph's first vision. Joseph explains to Robert Matthews that he experienced a dark force in his vision trying to stop him from praying. This is something he doesn't mention in earlier accounts, but now that he's talking to a person that he believes is possessed of the devil, it makes sense why he's sharing how he had an encounter with darkness. Then, when he recounts his vision, he describes the appearance of God himself in the midst of a pillar of flame, and that he saw many angels as well. These are all things that would make sense when talking to someone that claims to have Jewish connections. This is a much more complicated picture than Joseph's earlier account, but Joseph is using this moment to teach another person the doctrine of salvation. So even though this account may seem different from the others, when you understand it in context, it all begins to make sense. Click follow because we've got more videos about the first vision coming.